Hi there, my name is Ferdy Korpershoek for WordPress King, and in this video I will show you how you can create a beautiful one-page website with the Avada theme. If I click on photography, I scroll down immediately to photography. If I click on portfolio, I scroll down to portfolio, and in that way you can navigate really beautifully and nicely through the website. Let me start here. Clean menu, the logo in the middle. This is where it's about. A call to action. If I click here, I go to portfolio, or I can go to contact. And as I said, you can navigate very easily. You can show other pictures. You can showcase your work here. And if I go to photography, I can show you how you can edit the background. And with the Avada theme, there are a lot of possibilities. I will show you how the Fusion editor, the Avada editor works. And it's really amazing what you can do with it. You can make videos in the background, you can duplicate things, you can import things from demos. If you take a look at demos, Avada, and I open a few, you see all the great possibilities Avada has. And this is a website with a theme, with a totally different website, also with the same theme. There are a lot of possibilities. This one with a sidebar menu. Also, this is a one-page website and it's looking amazing. You can do a lot of things with this theme. A photography website, everything is looking amazing and it's really easy to work with the Fusion editor. So that said, let's take a look again at our website, our latest films. And if I click on this, I can show you how you can make look like this, that the video will start in the background. I can go to related projects, for instance this one, and from here I can go to contact again, and then I go to the home page, to one page, and I scroll down immediately automatically. Here we have a nice form. So that's what I'm going to show you, how you can make this, some widgets, social media stuff. With one click you can go up. So that is the website we are going to make. I like to make things clean in the website, make it easy so that we can focus on what we are offering to our clients, to our visitors. And that's what will come back in the website we are going to make. It will be clean, efficient, and I hope you like this. And if you want to learn how to make a website like this, then stick around because you will learn a ton of great things using this amazing Avada theme. Although this tutorial is totally free, you need a domain name, you need web hosting, you need WordPress, and you need the Avada theme. A domain name costs around $12 per year. Web hosting costs around $8 per month. I can give you some discount. WordPress is totally free. The Avada theme costs around $60 once, and this tutorial is free, and I'm going to do my best to show you how to make a beautiful website. So let's get started. The first two things we need are a domain name and web hosting. You can find it at hostgatordc.com. And this is the place where I host all my websites. They have a 24/7 customer service. The website is really fast, so I really like it. I never had any big problems, so I keep on hosting over here. And it's quite cheap in comparison with other web hosting companies. And I can give you even some discount. I go to web hosting. And here we have three plans: the hatchling plan, the baby plan, and the business plan. This one we don't need, so we are going to choose between the hatchling plan and the baby plan. The hatchling plan is if you want to have only one website with a single domain. And the baby plan is when you want to have unlimited domains. So if you're planning to make more than one website, then this is the plan for you. And if you want to start with only one website, then this is the plan for you. Remember, you can always upgrade later. So if you are starting with just one website, then you can choose the hatchling plan. I will choose the hatchling plan, so I click on sign up now. And here we can enter a domain name. If I type in Facebook and I press enter, you see it is not available because facebook.com is already taken. But if I say Avada 2017 and I press enter, I see this one is still available. So type your own domain name over here and see if you have one. If the .com is already taken, I suggest you take a different domain name because .com is the best version you can have for your website. Two others are .net or .org. but I would stick with the .com version. I can even add all those domains, but I don't want to do that. I just stick with the .com version. So I scroll down and here it says domain privacy protection. You can do that for $13 per year. I don't need that. If you do this, then people cannot see who the owner of the website is. I don't care. So I uncheck this. Over here, we can choose the hosting plan. I've already chosen for Hatchling, and I can choose my billing cycle. The longer the billing cycle, the more discount you get. I choose between 3 and 6 months. In this case, I go for 3 months. And I need to make a username. I call this one Avada 2017. And my security pin. You needed to verify your ownership when contacting the customer support. Mine is 7777. I scroll down, I fill in my billing info over here. Make sure this is an email address where you have access to, because all the important account information will be sent to this email address. And here you can choose your payment type, credit card or PayPal. I'll go for credit card. Here you can fill in your business name and your VAT registration number. I scroll down and here are some additional services, and actually we don't need them. You can do this all by WordPress itself, and this costs money and WordPress is free, so I don't use this. I uncheck them all and it says it's $45.80, but here we have a coupon code. And if you fill in WordPress King 25 and you validate it, make sure if you scroll up that this is unchecked again, and you scroll down, and now the amount is $37.59, so it's cheaper than $45. So you get some discount. At least 25%, maybe it's more. By doing this, I get a commission, which helps me to keep on making this tutorial, so thank you for that. And after that, you have to agree to the terms of service and go to the checkout. It says the payment is complete. Get ready, we're setting up your account. So please wait. What we can do now, we can go to our email account. And here it is, HostGator, your account info. I click on it and I can go to my control panel by clicking over here. And here I can log in with a username and a password. I've received those in my email, username Avada 2017. I paste it, and my password over here. I copy it and I paste it and I say login. We are going to use the WordPress installer. You can find it also over here. I click over here, WordPress installer. And we can select the domain. And I click on Avada 2017. You can install your website at yourdomain.com/ and then a directory. I don't want that. I want to install it on the root on avada2017.com. So I click on next. And now we can have a website title. I just call it Ferdy Korpershoek. My username will be this one, and my first name is this one. My latest name is this one, and my admin email is avada2017@wordpressking.com. I scroll down, automatically create new database for this installation by clicking install import. You accept our terms of service agreement. I check this and I say install now. WordPress is installing. And right now it says installation complete. And if I open this link in a new tab, I see the website is not active yet. Why is that? Because less than 5 minutes ago, I ordered this website. This can take up to 20 minutes. In the worst case, 2 hours. So I'll refresh in a bit and then we'll see. And if I refresh it, you'll see this website coming soon. This means our website is active. So if I click over here, I can log in. I go to the cPanel again and I grab my username. I copy it and I paste it. And I grab my password. I copy it and I paste it and I say login. This is the dashboard of our website and I like to clean it up. I close this one and I go to plugins. What I will do, I will remove all the plugins. I don't need them. I want to start from scratch. So I select them all. I say bulk action, deactivate, apply. That means that I will deactivate all the plugins. And then I select them again, bulk action, delete, apply. Okay. You see they're deleted one by one. Then I go to the dashboard. I want to say dismiss. And you see I have one post, one page, and one comment. If I go to our website in a new tab, I hold Command or Control. This is the website everybody that visit avada2017.com right now will see. I don't like it at all. It looks like crap in my opinion. And what I want to show you, this is a blog post. If I click on the blog post, I go to avada2017.com/index and all this stuff. I don't want that. And Google doesn't want that either. I want this to be clean. So what I will do, I will go to the dashboard. I go to settings, permalinks over here. And I have a custom structure, index.php, the year, the month, the day, and the post. Index.php, the year, the month, the date, and the title. And I want to change it to post name. So it will look like this. I save it, save changes. If I click on my name over here, I go to the homepage of my website. And now if I click on this blog post, I go to avada2017.com/hello world. So now my permalinks, my URL is looking really nice. What else can we do? I go to users, your profile, and I want to change my password. And I want to change the name that is seen by the people on my website. Right now it's Ferdy Corp, my username. I want to fill in my first name, Ferdy, my last name, Korpershoek. And I scroll down and I say display name publicity as Ferdy Korpershoek. And over here I want to change my password. I can say generate and then I can change it to this one. And I say confirm use of a weak password. I think it's quite strong. Update profile. And now it's Ferdy Korpershoek. And I can use my own password when I log in the next time. So if I go to the dashboard, I want to delete the post, the page, and the comment. How can I do that? I go to post, the blog post, and here I hover over it and I go to trash. And now it's sent to the trash. I click on trash and I say delete permanently. Now it's totally gone. I go back to the dashboard and I have only one page left. I want to delete that one also. Sample page, go to trash. Click on trash. Here again I can say delete permanently. Or if you have more pages that you want to delete permanently, click on empty the trash. Like that. If I go to my dashboard right now, everything is looking fine. I close all the tabs. So this is the backend. It's looking really clean right now. No more unnecessary stuff. And if I go over here, I go to the website. This is the front end of our website. I don't like this theme at all. So we will get the Avada theme. That's where this tutorial is about WordPress and Avada. And I will show you everything I know about this amazing theme. In order to get that theme, go to wordpressking.com. I will close all these tabs. Go to themes and go to Avada. Click on it. Click on more details. And here we have the Avada theme. I click over here, I hold command and I go to the live preview. I close this one and I close this. This is a website made with the Avada theme. You can see all the possibilities within these demos. So for instance, if I open this one in a new tab, or this one, and this one, you will see this is a website made with the Avada theme. Nice clean menu over here, nice logo, a special menu item. Here you can show the office hours, call to action, nice picture on the background, and everything on this website is displayed really beautifully thanks to the Avada theme. If I scroll here, You see the picture in the background go from right to left. If I click here, it opens a video in the lightbox. It's looking really beautiful in my opinion. And with the same theme, you can have a totally different look and feel. This is the same theme, but a totally different website. So you can go to this link over here and then you scroll to the website, or go to clients and you scroll down. So you can have a Parallax website if you want to. Or this one for photography. You can showcase your images over here. Scroll down. A nice way to show your portfolio. And you can design every page exactly like you want to. I can click over here and I can navigate through the pictures. Really nice. And this one, you can have a video in the background. Different pages. So that's what the Avada theme is about. You can buy the theme over here. I click here. I go to the checkout. And if you don't have an account, you can sign up for an account. I go to the checkout over here. And I need to fill in my first name, Ferdy, my last name, Korpershoek. And my email is avada2017@wordpressking.com. Next. Choose your username, Avada2017, my password, and I'm not a robot. I don't want to sign up, but I agree to the terms and conditions. Create an account and continue. I need to fill in some more information, my company name, and UVAT identification number. Then you don't have to pay for the taxes. So in my case, and then I save and continue. I want to pay with my credit card over here. I scroll down and I have to fill in some information. And I say make the payment. I can download the whole package, inclusive the PSD file, but I don't want to do that. I go to Avada Downloads. I click on download and say installable WordPress file only. I download it. It can be that you can download this before you confirmed your email. So then you need to go to your email address and confirm this. After that, you can go to downloads over here and download and say installable WordPress file only. I go back to my website, to the backend. I go to appearance, themes, and I say add a new one. And I want to upload a theme. So I click here. I say choose file. And here it is. It's 7.5 megabytes. I open it. And I say install now. It's installed successfully and I want to activate it. And here I see I need to install some extra required plugins in order to get Avada to function as it should. Go manage plugins. And the Fusion Core, I install it. I return. Again, manage plugins. Install the Fusion Builder. Go back. And the next thing I want to do, I want to go to product registration over here. And I can enter my Envato token. In order to fill in this token, I click over here. Yes, I need to sign in with the same user. And then it says I need to confirm my email. So I go to my email address. And here I see it, confirm your Envato account. I click over here. And the token name, pick something cool. Avada 2017. I've read and understood and agree the terms and conditions. I create my token. And this is my token. I copy it. And now I paste it over here and I say submit. And it says it's okay. Now we can install demos if we want to. So if we take a look, we can install all the demos that we want to. So if you want to make a website really quickly, I will make a tutorial about that. Then you can click over here. It will be out soon, but for now we're going to work from scratch so that we can learn to work with the Avada theme. I close all these windows and I go to Appearance, Themes, and since we have the Avada theme, we don't need any other theme. So I go to Theme Details and I say delete, okay. The other one, delete, okay. And the third one, delete, okay. So if we go to our dashboard, right now we have a domain name, we have web hosting, we have WordPress, and we have the Avada theme. If I go to the website, it looks like this. We are going to create a beautiful one-page Parallax website, and if you want to follow along with the same images, same things I am doing, then you can go and download all the images I use. Go to wordpressking.com and go to Tutorials, Parallax Tutorial 2017. I click on it. I scroll down and here it says download the images I use in the tutorial. I click. And if I go to my desktop, here it is. And here are the images I will use. I remove this one. So I will use that. I close this. I will go to the backend. I close this one and I want to create a few pages. So I go to Pages over here and I click on Add New. The first one is the home page. That is our one page. I publish it. The second one will be a portfolio page where I can showcase all my stuff. Portfolio. It can be that you make videos or websites or photos, or you sell things and then you can show people what you're capable of. Avada has a really nice way to display the things you want to show on your website. I publish it. And the third one is a blog page. So I click on Add New and I'm going to create a blog page. Publish it. And now we are going to create a menu. And normally I create pages and I add the pages to the menu, but because we're going to create a one page, I'm going to do it a little bit different. So I go to Appearance, Menus, and I will create anchor links. And I will explain what anchor links are later. Here I create my main menu. You can give it a name. I like to call it main_menu. I create the menu. Normally I drag those pages to the menu, but this time I go for custom links. And here I will add all the anchor links. So I type this and then I say photography. And here I say photography in capitals. I add it to the menu and here it is. The next one will be in lowercase film. And here in capitals, film. It's just a preference. You can also do it like this, but I like the capitals. Add to the menu. The third one will be portfolio. Portfolio. Add to the menu. The fourth one will be about. About. The next one will be blog. The next one will be contact. And now if I save the menu, nothing happens on our website. We have to adjust the menu to this area over here. In order to do that, simply go down over here, display locations, main, navigation, save the menu, refresh the page, and here it is, photography, film, portfolio, about, blog, contact. I can also make a submenu, so I go back to menus, and for instance, I say sub item 1, add to the menu, and another one, sub item 2, add to the menu, and I drag them below film. What I have to do, if I place them over here and I save it, they appear over here, but what I can do, I can drag them to the right, and you see a little tab over here. So I can drag them both below film, save the menu, refresh the page. And now, if I go to film, I have 2 sub-items. You can even have a third child like this. It's called a child and a parent. I save the menu, refresh the page. And now I have film, sub-item 1, sub-item 2. And in that way you can create very big menus and keep it organized. I don't use this, so I delete them both. I click on it like this and remove it. Also here, remove. And I can change the order. So I want to have photography, film, about, portfolio, blog, and contact. I like it the way it is. I save the menu and refresh it. And this is what I like. Now I go to the Avada settings. We are going to configure our website. The first thing I do, I go to Avada, theme options. And here we can configure a lot of things in our website. For instance, we can change the layout. Right now, the width of our website is 100%. If I make it smaller like this, it's still 100% wide. I can say I want to make it a box layout. So I make it a box layout. Now you'll see it's looking like this. I press Command 0, so I get the 100% view again. I can also make the website smaller. So for instance, I make it 800 pixels wide. Save the changes. Now you will see it's 800 pixels wide. So I like to make it 1140. What you also can do, go to apple.com and drag over here. Command Shift 4 on a Mac, and then you can see how wide it is. It's only 980. You can say I want to have it like apple.com, make it 980. I like to make it 1140. And this is all fine. You can change the paddings between columns and content on the website. You can play along with that. The sidebar is 23% of the whole page. So the other half is 77. And that's all fine by me. So I save it one more time. And I go to the logo. I click on logo over here. And I want to upload my own logo. So I go to the default logo. I click on upload. And now I can upload files to my website. I click on select files. And I have 4 logos I want to upload. One is a normal color in normal display and retina display over here. Those 4. I select them all by clicking the first one and holding Shift and clicking on the last one. Open them. Now they will be uploaded. So I choose the small logo and I select it, and then it will say retina default logo, and I will upload a logo. It's exactly twice the size of the normal one, and I select it. And then I save the changes, refresh the page. Now we have here our logo. I like it. Sticky header logo. I will come back to this later. Mobile logo. You can upload a logo for your mobile. Right now here you see my HostGator company, and I want to change this. So I go over here and I upload one, and I just choose this one. Let me see if it works, even though it's not square. The best way is to have a square picture. I tried this one. I tried everywhere. And I save it, and let's see what happens. I refresh the page. And now my logo is over here. And you see it's a little bit stretched. So the best thing you can do is make it a square, make the aspect ratio 1 by 1, and then you can upload it over here, 16 by 16 or 57 by 57. And that's that. Let's go back to the menu. And here we can adjust the height of the menu. And actually I don't want to have a box layout, so I go back to layout, make it wide again, save it, and go back to the main menu. And here we can make the menu a lot higher. And if I save it and I refresh it, you see it's a lot higher. The menu is aligned in the middle vertically, so that's nice. I'll bring it back to 80. And here you have a bar. It's a green bar. And you can select the height of that bar. I don't want it, so I say 0. The item padding, how much space is there between all the items? I like to make it 60. I don't like a shadow. And the menu drop down wide. If you have a submenu, how wide is the drop down menu? It's okay with me. This also. The search icon over here, I leave it. And here we can select some colors. It's all fine by me. The menus. If you go to Google Fonts and you click over here, you see an overview of all kinds of Google fonts that you can use on your website. You can even display what kind of font you want to have. And here you can search. I like Quicksand, so I will use this one over here. So I changed the font family in the menu to Quicksand. You can search for it. And it can be quite big in my opinion. I make it 16. Drop down menu can be 13. And here we see the color. And I want to use this over here. So I can grab the color of my logo. And this color I want to use everywhere. If you want to know how to use this one, please click on this link over here and I will show you how to download this for your Firefox or for your Chrome. I close this one and I change the color. I paste it over here and you see it's the blue color right now. It's for if I hover. So if I refresh the page, I hover like this, it will become blue. I don't like it that the menu is so high, so let me see if I can fix that. I go up, I go to header content. And here we can select the kind of header we want to have. Right now we have a logo at the left, a menu at the right. You can see over here how it will look like. I can have a bar over here with information, the logo left and the menu right, or a green bar or a blue bar, or social media stuff, and a second menu over here, your logo, a headline, search, and a menu over here, or like this. And what I like to do, I want to use this one. For instance, if I click here and I save it and I refresh it, you'll see this is my menu. So you have 6 options. I like the 6th one, the logo in the middle, and I save the changes. And this is how it looks. I like it. Here you see it's aligned vertically, really nice. Logo in the middle, portfolio, blog, contact. Right now we are on our home page over here. What I see is the blog page. I want to change it to the home page. In order to do that, go to the backend, go to settings and to reading. And because WordPress was originally a website that helps you to blog, your homepage shows the latest blog posts. Here it says front page displays your latest posts. I will choose a static page. And then the front page is the home page and the blog page is this one. I save it. And one more thing you can do, if you go to media and you upload things, it will be organized by month and year-based folders. I don't want that, so I don't check this. So all the images will be stored in one folder. Right now, if I go to the home page, it says home. And I want to scroll because I want to see how the menu will look when it's a sticky menu. So I will do something else right now, and you will need a big image for it. I go to the backend. You need to have the Fusion Builder. If you don't have it installed, go over here and go to plugins. Install the Fusion Builder over here, and then you will have the Fusion slider. So I have done that. So I go to the Fusion slider, and you have slides and sliders. A slider contains slides. So the first thing we are going to do is create a slide. I will walk through this quick because I just want to have an image on my screen. I call this home because I will assign it to the home page. And this I leave. I want to check it's a full screen slider, and I don't want to display arrows. And I want to have it autoplayed. The slideshow speed, 1000 is 1 second. So I want to change the picture every 4 seconds, and it can take 1 second to get from one slider to the other one. I say add slider. So now we have a slider, but we don't have slides over here. So I go to add slides, and I create the first one, and I call this home slide 1. You can have a video or an image. I want to have an image, a featured image. I click on it. I go to upload files, and the best size is 16 by 9, and I use 9020 pixels by 1080. So for instance, this one. I open it, and I want to optimize it for Google. So here at the title, I remove the dash like this. I copy the title and paste it in the alt text. In that way, Google will find you faster. I set it as a featured image. I assign it to the home slider. I scroll down, and I remove the buttons for now. Later, I will add them. I will publish it. Now I go to the home page. I edit the page. I use the Fusion Builder. I click over here. And by default, this is the WordPress editor. So if I save this or I update it, this is what you get. But it has its limitations, and that's why themes bring their own builder. So the Avada theme has a Fusion Builder. So I click on this, and maybe this scares you a little bit, but it's quite easy. I will show you step by step how to use it. For now, I scroll down, and here it says Fusion Page Options, Sliders, Slider Type, the Fusion Slider, and select the Fusion Slider, the Home Slider we just created. I update it, and if I view the page, it's now full screen. So if I scroll down, you see the menu is changing, and this is the sticky menu. And we are going to adjust the sticky menu. So I go to the backend, go again to Avada Them Options. I hope you're still with me. You're not like, what is going on? You're going from here to there. Sorry if I'm going too fast, but I needed this in order to show you how to use this menu. Yes? Okay, let's go to header sticky. I want to turn it on. If I don't turn it on, this header will just stay on top of the page. So now I would not see it. I can turn it on tablets or mobiles. It can have animation. The animation is that it will become smaller, and I turn it on. And here I can change some things. The sticky header background menu is white. I like that. Actually, I like this whole menu like it is right now. The only thing I want to change, here you see photography is over here, and then if I scroll down, it's over here. So I'm going to change the padding. Sticky header menu padding, I want it to be 60, just like the normal menu. I refresh it. Now if I scroll down, it's almost the same. I like it as it is. What I can do and what I like to do is this. I want this to be transparent. I want the colors of these letters to be white, and I want the logo to be white. And if I scroll down, I want these colors. So if I scroll up and I'm here on the top, this needs to be transparent, logo white, text white. In order to do that, go to the theme options and go to your logo again, logo over here. I remove this one and I remove this one. So I go for the default logo, and the default logo will be white. So the small white one, I select it. The retina needs to be the big white one. I select it. And now the sticky header logo needs to be the main color. So the sticky header logo, I upload it. I select it over here in the retina version. This one. I save the changes. And now I refresh it. And you see no logo. So I will change a few things. This text needs to be white. So I go back to menu, main menu. I scroll down. And over here, main menu font color. It needs to be white. And the hover color can be a little bit darker. Something like this. I save it. And I go to header and header styling. And here it says header background color. I click on it and now I want this to be transparent. So I drag it down, and the more you see this over here, the more transparent it is. Right now it's 100% transparent. I save it, refresh it. And right now it is transparent. And if I scroll down, it looks like this. But what if I do this? I go to the backend, to the Fusion slider, and I add another slide. I clone this one. I click on it. I assign it to the home page. I click over here. I upload a new file, select the file, and this one will have quite a white background. So this baby over here. Or maybe this guy. This is a little bit light. And I open it. I remove the dashes. Set as featured image. Update it. And I refresh the page. What you will see after a few seconds, the about you don't see because it has a white background. So what I want to do, in order to see it on both a light background and a dark background, I go to the backend, I go to Avada, theme options, and I go to the header styling. I scroll down, and here I want to change it to black, but I want to change the transparency to something like this. I save it, refresh it. Now you'll see I have a dark background in my menu like this. So although the background is white, I still can see the about. And also when the background is dark, and you also will see it. Right now I see the image is still staying over here. So I go to theme options. I go to Fusion slider. Add sliders or edit sliders. I edit the home slider. And I want to make it loop. And parallax scrolling effect. So slide loop. Update. Go back to Avada. Theme options. And refresh. Right now, first picture, second picture. And the first picture again, I like that. And if I scroll, you see the image is still on the background like that. Over here we have a title bar. And you see where you are on the home page over here also. But because it's a one page, I don't want to use it. So I go to the backend, to theme options. And here I go to the page title bar. I click on it. I scroll up, page title bar, show bar on content or hide them. I save the changes. and now it's gone. See? Something else. I have my menu over here, and if I make my screen smaller, you see this. I don't like this. So I go stretch it again. So I go to theme options, to responsive, and I want it to be on, of course. And here, header responsive breakpoint, it says 800. The width of our website is 1140, so I type 1140 over here. I save the changes. I refresh the page. And now if I make it smaller than 1140, the menu changes. In that way, you won't have that these 2 or 3 things go below. So it's really responsive like that. I like it. Here you see there's no logo. And that's why it says over here add logo, that I can change the logo for a mobile. So I upload it and I select this one. And also the bigger one. Save it. Refresh the page. And I have a tool over here. Let me see. An iPad portrait. And you see my logo over here. In the menu over here. Like this. Okay, so right now it's really looking nice. But what I see, or I can scroll, or you can scroll, but the menu will be on top and will disappear when you scroll down. So I don't know why. I will tell Avada about this, but I refresh it, and what I will do, I edit the page, bring this back to 50, the page title bar height, refresh it. Now it's working, but you see the bar here. Then I go to theme options and I change the background, remove it, and I change the page title background color to white and the border color also to white. So it leaves a little space over here. That's the thing we need to work with right now in order to have everything working. So this is a small header, but you don't see it. So probably when you're watching this video, this will be solved. But for now, this is the way we can work with it. And now let's see what we can do more. We had all these things, the footer, content. You can have widgets, that's this area over here. For instance, Enfold2017.com, also a website I made. If I scroll down, you see widgets, our company, like us on Facebook, latest projects, latest blog post. So we will make that later. Here at footer widgets, I say turn it off. Here you can select how many you want to have. And no special effect yet. In the copyright bar, I want it on. That is this bar over here. And I want to change this text. Command A, delete, and Alt G, 2017, Ferdy, Corp, Media. I save the changes. I refresh it. And now we are going to build our photography area, film area, about area, and all these others. So in order to do that, I close this one. I go and edit the page. And here we have the Fusion Builder. We are on our homepage. And if I scroll down, you see this is going with us. And here we have the Fusion slider. That's the image you see on the website. And then here to get started, add a container. Or add a pre-built page. This is really interesting. I will show you how it works. If you go and search for demos Avada and click over here, there are a lot of demos. There is so much possible with the Avada theme. And what I like about this theme, you can import all those websites. You can import this complete website in your website, or you can add a certain page. So if I go back to demos, for instance, to this one. It is Avada Flux. I can import this whole page. Avada landing product page. So what I will do, I will create a new page. I press command while I click on it and it adds a new page. I call this page import and I save it. And I will use the Fusion page builder. I click on library and I can go to demos and I select the page landing product and I want to load the home page. The only thing you won't load are the images. I click on continue and what you will see now, this whole page is imported into our import page. I update it and I will take a look in the new tab. And there are no images, but you see the size of the images so you can fill them in by yourself. And this is how it looks like. Not as beautiful as with the images, but it shows you what is possible. What you can also do, if there's a certain part you like, then you can save it and then you can import it in your page. So maybe you want to use this area over here. Fantastic apps available. Then I go over here, I scroll down. Let me see, image. This is a container. I can collapse it, I can open it. And this, what I see over here, will look like this on the website. So I'm going to save only this area of this page by clicking this icon, save container, and I call this one 4 parts. And I save the container. It's saved now, it's over here. I close this one, I scroll up, I update it. And I think I need to refresh this page, so I refresh the home page while we are editing it. And now here's the Fusion slider and I want to open a new container. And I go to library containers and I select 4 parts. And here it is, below the slider, the 4 parts. Update it, view it. And here we have our slider. If I scroll down, you see fantastic apps available. What I see is not totally covering everything, so I go back and I change the template to a 100% white page. I update it. That means that everything here in the website will stretch 100% even if you make it smaller like this. Command 0 again, just like the header. Refresh. And look what is happening. This is the header. We will get rid of it sooner or later. And this is how it looks. Nice animation. And that's how you can work. So if you take a look at all the demos we have, demo, Avada, you can pick and choose what you like and import it into the website. So maybe you like this, then you import this. And that's a really fast and nice way to work. You can also import the whole demo and start working from there. But for now, I want to teach you how to work with this website. So we are going to work from scratch so you can get familiar with the Fusion page builder. So I close this one again and let's start from scratch. The first thing I want to create is an area about photography. So I make a new container and I can select how many columns I want to have. I can change this later, but I can also choose right now. And maybe I want to have a text and I want to show some images. So I want to have 1/3 left and 2/3 at the right. So like this. And over here, I can click on an element. So we have a container, we have columns, and we have elements in the columns. So the container is the whole container. In the container, we have columns, 1/3, 2/3. There are a lot of options. You can change it to something else. So maybe 1/5, and then this one 4/5, like that. Or again to 1/3. This together is more than 100%, so it will go below the other column. I change this to 2/3 and it will fit perfectly. And here are elements. If I click on it, I can add a blog overview, a button, counter circle, and you can search over here, and I search for title. I click over here and I say photography. Right now we have here a nice editor, but with a few options. If you want to have more options, click on this icon and there you have more options. I save it. I click over here and I search for text block. And because it's a tutorial where I want to show you how to edit and design your website, I'm going to use dummy text like this. I can say backspace and enter, and if I press enter, you see it skips a row. That is because it makes a new alinea. If you only want to have one break, you say shift enter. It's the same alinea, but if you say enter, you will start a new alinea. So if I want to have a title over here, I press enter, and here is a new alinea. And in this alinea, I can make a paragraph or a header. So this is a header 1. I can select it, go to paragraph and make it heading 1. And later I can change the style of a header 1. I will show you. I update it and I refresh it. And here's our picture. And if you scroll down, here's photography. Nice text, a new header, and again, a text. But all the elements can be configured. So if I go to edit the page, and I go to the title, I can click over here. I can go to the design options, the second tab, and I can choose this is a header 1. Title alignment can be in the center, right and left. Separator, I don't want to have a separator like this. So I say none. Save it. I like to keep it clean and fresh. And here it is. Photography, no separator. The text and header 1. I think this text is way too small. So I go to edit page, but I go to Avada Them Options. I scroll down, typography, body typography. PT Sans is nice, but I like a real way. Make the font size bigger, 15. Color is okay, maybe a little bit darker. The link color can be the color of our website. And save it. Right now we see it is getting bigger and a different font type. So what else can we do? Headers typography. And I want to change all the headers to this type. And that is quicksand. And you can give all the headers a different typography and can anywhere in the website decide what kind of header you want to show. So you can choose header 6 or header 1. You can all give them a different style and color. I save the changes, but the last thing I want to do, I like to keep it all the same. So I make this one 22. I make them all 22. The line height can be changed, the letter spacing. And the great thing about Avada is you can see it immediately. So if I change this to 2, you see it's changing like that. I love it. titles, 22. 22. Refresh. Now you see it's looking like this. It's clean in my opinion, and I like it. What I also can do, I can change the background color of this. So I go and edit the page, and I go to the container, I click over here, it will edit the settings, and I go to background, and I can select the color, or I can select an image or even a video. There are a lot of possibilities. YouTube. I go for an image, I upload it, I select the file, and it is called photography background. The size will be full size, and I insert it into the post. I save it, and this is what you will get. Here's the header, but you don't see the text anymore. So what we can do, edit page, go to this element 1/3, click on edit, this icon, and I can go to design. We can give it a background, and in my case I will choose a white background. But then if I do that, you will see the text is very close to the white border, to the white background over here. Like this. I don't like this at all. So I want to give it some space. How can I do that? I click here again, I go to design, and I say padding 20 pixels, copy it, and paste it. Even some margin, 20 pixels and 20 pixels. And padding is that it from the inside will have more space. Margin is that this will have more space. I think this is too close. So I save it, and let's see what happens. I think it will look a lot better. Yeah, I like it. Maybe a bit more space over here. So in order to do that, go to photography again and change it at design to 50 and 50. And what I want to do more, I think the background is a little bit boring, like this. I want to add something to it. So I go to the background, and here, because I have a background, it gives me some different options. The background position, if you watch this on a mobile, what should be the focus? So I would say the center above, I think, or you know what, the center of the center is fine. So I leave it as it is. No repeat in the background. I can have a fading animation, but I want a parallax background. We call this a parallax website, a one-page website. So I want to have it from the left to the right, or from the right to the left. And the parallax speed can be quite something like this. And here again, let me see what I can do over here. Again, padding, margin. And I could change the margin over here, but I've done it already over here, so it's not necessary. I update it. I refresh it. And now when we scroll down, you see it's going like this. I really like this way of presenting things. I love it. I like this theme really a lot. And please forget this bar over here. You know what? Maybe we can do something with it. Yeah, let's do something with it. So I go to edit page, and I want to add a new container. I collapse this one, and I say add a new container one by one. And I drag it above the one we just made, this one. And I want to add a title over here. So I go for title, and I say, you deserve it to be seen. That's the slogan of my company. Design options H1, or you know what, make it H6. Title alignment center, separator default, separator color white. What I can do, I can say I want to have this title only shown on a large screen. So if I make this smaller, then it would disappear. but I want to show it everywhere. But there are a lot of different options with this theme, so I like that. I want to show you that. I save it, and the background will be white because the header is also white. And maybe the padding from below can be a little bit more. So, or the margin, so from below it can be 30 pixels. I update it. I refresh this. Here's the image. You deserve it to be seen. You see it's not in the middle. I want it to be in the middle, so let me figure out how this works. I can add an element over here, and this one is called separator. And the style is no style. The design will be, there will be no separator color. So I could make it transparent. But the margin below will be 40 pixels. There will be no border, no icon. I save it, and let's see what happens. It's getting better, a lot better, but I don't like this height. It's a header 6, so what we can do, we can go to Avada Them Options. We can go to headers typography, and I go to header 6. And I change the font size to 50. Yes, like that. Make this 2. Maybe the color of the website. And actually, I don't need this because I hope it is in one sentence and one line. Like this. And then from here to here. I refresh it. And it's not working as I want to. I save it. And it says, oh, it's a header 5. So I can change the header to header 5. You deserve to be seen. Design options. Header 5. Save it. Update it. Yes. You deserve it to be seen. A little bit more spacing. Here at the separator. Design. Make it 30 pixels and 30 pixels. Save it. Update it. So this will be 20 pixels longer. I think it could be a little bit more. Yes, this is what I like. So here we have our header. Here we will certainly have a call to action. Not right now, but we will have it later. You deserve to be seen. You scroll down here, photography, and some text with a nice moving background. But what I want to do when I click on photography, I want the page to go to photography. In order to do that, go to the backend, go to the container of photography. I click over here. I scroll down and here it says name of menu anchor. I call it photography. I save it. Earlier in the tutorial, we gave this the link, hashtag photography. I refresh the page and I click on photography and here I go to photography. And what you see, as long as you're in this area, this will be lightened up because it means this is where you are in the website. So if I click on film later, I scroll down and this will be light gray. I have a text about photography and maybe I want to showcase some categories I'm making photos in. So in order to do that, I go to the demos of Avada. I search for it on Google. It's probably the first result. And there is a photography theme. So let me see here. Avada photography. I click on it. And if I scroll down, I like this. Landscape, lifestyle, travel. So I want to import this in our website. How can we do that? Go to the backend and go to pages. And to the import page. I go to library. I go for demos. I select photography. And I want to load the home page. Yes, okay, it will overwrite the data on the import page and I update it. Let's see how it looks. And it says, please add portfolio post for the items to display. So I will do that. In order to do that, click here on New Portfolio. And the first one is concert photography. And we can use the Fusion Builder. Okay, I go again to library. And if I go over here to this link on location, I think I like this very much. So I want to import this into my portfolio item. So I go to library, demos, search for photography, and I load on location. I say okay. And remember, it's concert photography in my case. So I scroll down, I go for a featured image. I set the featured image. I upload files, select Avada 2017 photography, home images. I upload them all 4, Command A, open them. And as soon as they are uploaded, I optimize them like this. Copy, paste. And you see the titles are concert photography, Rotterdam, Maasluis. This is where I live. So I say concert photography in the neighborhood. So when people search for this on Google, they will probably find me. So if I search for this, images, they'll find me. I use this on my own website. So that's how you can be found. And a lot of times if you go for all on websites, Google shows some images and then you will be found. So that's a really nice way to be found better in Google. I do the same for this one, photography Maasluis and Maasland. So it's a good thing to rename your images instead of IMG001, IMG002. I've optimized them now and I go for concert, set featured image, and it will appear over here. First I will publish it, and if I go to pages, to import, and I take a look, I don't need this, I don't need this, I want this. So how do I get this at my home page? Let's take a look. I remove this, the slider at import. And this one, here it says portfolio. I can save it. Portfolio, save container. Actually, I don't want to save a container. You can also save only an element with the settings. So I can say portfolio element and I save it, update, and then I go to the home page. I go and edit the page and I go to element, library elements, portfolio element. And now it's over here. And if I save it or update it and I take a look, it's there. You see it needs some adjusting, but we will take a look at that later. I will add a few more portfolio items. And now if I go to the home page and I view it, it looks something like this. And this definitely needs some adjustments. So I go and edit the page. And this one I drag to the left and I go to Avada Them Options. I go to edit page. Here's the portfolio element. I click on it. And the layout is a grid with text. I can say I only want to have a grid. It looks like this. Let me show you. Then it looks something like this. And I want to have 2 columns. The column spacing is okay, 40. Post per page, in my case only 4. Show filters, no. Show categories, I can fill this in later. Exclude categories. Pagination type, none. Post offset, none. Show this on all screens, large screens, medium screen, small screen. And we can have an animation. So if I would say fade from the right with this speed and we save it, then it will look better. save it, refresh it. It will look something like this. It's better in my opinion, but not good yet, of course, because of the spaces. So I go to edit page. Let me take a look over here at the 1/3 area. I go to design, and here it says 20 pixels padding and margin 50. So I will select the column over here of the portfolio. I go to design and do the same amount of pixels, 50 pixels, and here also 50. Let's see what happens. It's looking better already, not 100%. So let me see. Margin above 40 maybe, or 44. Update. Refresh. It's fine with me like this. Only I don't like this. So I'm going to change that. Where can I do that? At the theme options. We scroll down to extra and featured image rollover. This thing is a featured image rollover. I can turn it off and it will look like this. You see nothing, you can click on it and then you go to the page. I go back and I want to turn it on but adjust it. So I go to the image rollover, I turn it on. Image rollover direction, I want it to fade. The icon size, I don't want to have any icons. So I say 0. Image rollover link icon off. Zoom icon also off. Image rollover title, I like that. It's the same as in the demo. Categories, no. No icon. You can have a gradient color. So if I hover, let me save it and refresh and hover over it, you see it's becoming green. And here's more transparency than over here. It's a gradient. So I can change it and I want it to be a flat rollover. So I change it to this color and also this one to this color. And I can say change the transparency to something like this. I can copy it and paste it. And now if I save the changes and I refresh it, it looks like this: wedding photography, business photography, love shoot, concert photography. I don't like the dark color. I want to have a white color. So I go to theme options. I scroll down, image rollover element color. I click on it and I make it a white. Icon color. If you have one, you can also change the color. Save it. Refresh. And here it is. And if you click on it, you go to a different page. And what will you see if you go to the portfolio page? It looks a bit weird. Here's the title, the breadcrumb, and it looks weird. Actually, I don't want this picture to be displayed. So how can we edit the portfolio post? Click on edit portfolio post and I turn on the Fusion Builder and I scroll down and here you see custom fields. And maybe I don't want to see it. I won't do anything with it. So if I want to clean up my backend, I go to the screen options and I search for custom fields. I uncheck it. I close this. Now if I scroll down, they're not there. So that's what I like. I can keep it clean. Author, there's only one author. That's me. So if I don't want to use that, I don't turn it on. I don't want all these featured images, only one. And I don't want to use skills or maybe format. Let me see what is format. Oh, it's over here. I can choose the format. I leave it as this. I update it. Now I scroll down and here I go to the page bar and I don't want to show the breadcrumb bar and I don't want to show the page title bar. I save it, update it. I view the post now it looks like this. By default, this photo is shown above the post. I don't want that, so I go to theme options, scroll down to blog, single post. I don't want to have a previous link, so I turn it off. I want to have a post title, or you know what, I don't want to have a post title, so I say disabled. Author info box, no. Social sharing box, no. Related post, no. Comments, no. And featured image, no. I save it. And the same I want to do with portfolio. I go to portfolio, single post, first featured image, no. No, off. And I turn it all off like that. Everything is off. So I have the full control to make the page exactly as I want it to be. Refresh. Now this is how it looks like. So I'm on my home page. I click on photography. I see, hey, that's nice. Wedding photography. I click on it and you see nothing. Now I can configure this page exactly how I want to do that. So I go edit portfolio post. And over here I go to theme options. And from theme options I go to fusion slider. Add or edit sliders. And then I make a new one and it's called wedding photography. I make it a full screen slider, parallax scrolling effect, no arrows, no circles, autoplay. This is all fine with me. I add the slider. So it appears over here. Now I go to slides. I add a new slide. I call this wedding photography. It's an image and I assign it to the wedding photography. And I select the same picture, this one. It's not full white, actually it should be, so make sure it will be 9020 by 1080. Set the featured image. Remove these buttons. And I publish it. And I refresh this portfolio page of wedding photography. And now I can scroll down, go to sliders, select the fusion slider and select the wedding photography slider. Update, view the post. Now it's looking something like this, and if I scroll down, it's looking like this. We have no title over here, so I can make it in the slide. I go to edit slide, I scroll down and I say content alignment, I want it to be in the center. And the heading area says wedding photography. I have all capitals here, so I want to do that also over here. Wedding photography. Heading font size, let me make this 50. Update. Now it looks like this. I can scroll, the picture will disappear like that. I like it. And now I go and open a new container like this, one by one. I add a new element. I'm searching for the text element, and this is how I showcase my things. I add media over here. And I upload files. I say select files. I go to the folder, Avada, photography, and I choose for this wedding. I select them all. I open them. I can optimize photos. I won't do it for now. They are all selected, and then I can add the first one. And if I scroll down, I see some settings over here, and then the alignment is center, no link, and the full size. Insert it into the post. And now I remove it again. Add media, and now I select this one, the first one. I hold shift, select this one, left above, insert them into the post, and now they are all aligned to the center. I save it. I update it. You see it's aligned to the center. The best thing is to have every wide of the picture the same wide. So this is not necessary, but I like it the way it is. Because this is the way I showcase my photos on my website, I want to make a template of this format. So I click over here and the template is called Portfolio Pictures. Save template. Now I go and make a category and it's called photography. I edit, I update it, and I'll go to the website again. And I click on the second one, business photography, and I do the same. I edit portfolio post. I use the Fusion builder. I import it by going to the library, templates, and here it is. I load it. How to load the template, replace all page content like this. This picture is okay. I scroll down and if I go to the page title bar, I select none and hide again. And at the sliders, I need to make a new slider. I scroll down to this one. I go to text. I remove all the images. I go to visual again. I say add media. And I upload the files of business photography. I say select files, photography, business photography, and I select them all. Command A. I open them. I insert them into the post. I save it. I update it. And now I scroll down. And I go to sliders and I say select business photography, update, and view the post. So here it is, business photography, and here are the pictures. There is a problem with this one page. If I'm on the home page and I click on photography, I scroll down to photography. And if I hover over it, you will see left below, over here, avada2017.com/#photography. But if I scroll down and I go to this portfolio item, and I want to go over here, you see left below avada2017.com/portfolio items/wedding photography/#photography. And if I click, nothing happens. So what do I need to do for every portfolio item? I need to make a different menu. So we will do that. I go to the backend, go to appearance, menus. I create a new menu and it's called blog portfolio, because on every blog page and portfolio page I will add this menu. I create the menu and it's exactly the same menu but with different links. So the first one is avada.com/#photography. I copy this over here. And I call this photography, add it to the menu, I paste it. The second one is film, about, and the latest one is contact. I save the menu. And I go to this page, portfolio items, wedding photography. If I click here, nothing happens. And if I edit portfolio post, I can scroll down. I go to the header, I scroll down. And here it says main navigation menu on this page should be blog portfolio. I update it, I view the post, and the menu looks exactly the same, but right now, left below you see avada2017.com. So I am on the home page. I click on photography. I go to wedding photography. I like what I see, but now I want to go back to photography. I click here and I automatically go to this place. And that's the power of the Avada theme. So that's how things work. You can, of course, do the same over here, what we have done over here. I leave it as it is. And now we're going to create our second area, which is called film. And in order to do that, I go to edit the page and I'm going to duplicate this container. So I click over here clone container. Now here we have exactly the same container and I can do something very simple. I drag this from the right to the left like this. And now I go to the container settings over here and I scroll down and I call this one film. I go to the background, I remove it, and then I scroll down and I see MP4 upload, or I can even add a YouTube link or a Vimeo link. So I'm going to search for a Vimeo link and I go to my videos and I search for Esther. And here it is. I copy this link over here. I think the complete URL, aspect ratio 16:9, loop the video, yes, mute the video, yes. And I save this and I update it and I view the page. Now if I click on film over here, I scroll down and what do I see? I see the video in the background. So you can even show videos in the background. Here we have a nice parallax from left to the right, and if I scroll down, you see a video in the background. It's looking quite nice. And now I need to change this stuff over here. So how can we do that? Of course, this title, I change it to film. And portfolio grid, I remove it and I remove the second alinea over here. Save it, update, and let's take a look. And what I want to do over here, I want to showcase a video. And if someone clicks on it, it opens here in the light box. So how can I do that? I go over here, I click on element, and I want to have a simple text block over here. Remove the text, add media, upload files, select files, and I go for wedding Maasluis. I open it, I insert it into the post, and now I go to Vimeo and I want to add this video, this link, and I click here and I say add a link. I paste the link, apply. Now I go to the text over here, so I see all the code, and after the link, here I say space REL equals 2 quotes, and then I say I light box. I say save. I scroll up and I save it. Click on it here. And now you see it's coming here in the lightbox. I like it. But I don't like this. How can I fix this? I want this to be equal to this. So I press Command Shift 4 on my Mac. So I can see how many pixels there are in difference. 16. So I go to edit page. I go to the column over here to design. And here at the padding, the top, I say change it -16, so change it to 4. Save it, update it, and now it's the same. I want to make this longer like this, so I say Command Shift 4 again and drag it like this. And the lower number 133, edit page. And film over here, I go to design and I need to add 133, so it would be 153 to the bottom. So this will be expanded. Refresh, and now it's the same height. I like it. Film, some text, an image. I can click over here. And what I want to do, I want to show my latest 3 videos. In order to do that, go to edit page. I scroll down. Here is 1/3, 2/3. So if I edit something else, so a column, and I call this 1 by 1, it will appear on a new row. And I click on element and I want to have a title. And I say latest films. Design options, H1 in the center. Default separator color can be this one or white. And I save it. Now I go over here to portfolio, I click on clone and I drag this, and if I hold it with my mouse by clicking and holding it and I press space, I scroll down and I can drag it below or above. I will do it below like this. Now I'm going to change a few things. It's still a grid, and this time with text. Picture size automatic, it's boxed, and 3 columns. But also a total of 3 posts. So let me see, I think this is okay. Make this 20 and I save it. I update it and it's over here. It's the wrong place, so I need to drag it over here. How can I do that? Very easily. I drag this whole thing over here. It's not working as it should. So I drag it a little bit more, lower, over here. And now it should be fine. Update, refresh. Picture, text, and the latest films with a title. I don't like the title, so I remove it again. How can I do that? I click over here and I say a grid. Save it. Update. And it should be fine. Right now I see photography things. How can we change that? Go to new, portfolio, and I will say wedding, Charles and Jill. Use the Fusion Builder. Scroll down, add a new category, call it films. Edit. I will add a featured image, this one, set featured image, and then save it. And I go to the Fusion slider. Slide it in a new tab. And I want to call this like the title, copy it, paste it, full screen, no arrows, autoplay, add slider, and I go to slides. I add a new one, paste the same title, and this one is a Vimeo video. I will search for the video. It's anamorphic, so let's see how that will work out. Here's the title, featured image. It will cover. The video is not muted. It will autoplay and it will loop. It will be in the center. No buttons. I will bring it under Charles and Jill, publish it, update it over here, the portfolio post. And I scroll down, I go to the page title bar, I say none and hide. Then I go to sliders and I select the Fusion slider and I select wedding, Charles and Jill. Update. Let's take a look at the post. And the video will start like this. And because it's not 16 by 90, not everything will be in color. So I could go back to edit page and then go to Fusion slider, go to the slider, not to the slide, and I click on Wedding Charles and Jill. And then I could say the slider size is 100%, and this one is 500. And then I uncheck that it should be full screen. Update, refresh, and now it's better. And then you can add some text over here and people can see it. So you can play around with that. And again, if I go to photography, it won't work. So what you need to do, go back to the header, scroll down and change the menu to blog portfolio, update. And now we can save this page and call this portfolio film template. Save the template, and here it is. So I close this, I update it, and now I go to the home page and I edit the page. I scroll down to film, and now I click on portfolio and I can select a certain category, which is films. So no more photography. Save it. And also over here at photography portfolio, I can select only photography. Save it, update, then go to portfolio. You can select them all. For instance, all the photography stuff, click on edit, apply, and now you can change it all at once for all the 4. It's called a bulk edit and it's all photography. So I click on photography, I update it. Now those 4 have the category photography. So I update this over here. I go to the home page. Now you still see those 4. And here you only see Wedding Charles and Jill. So I want to change this color to white. Design options. Color can be white with the separator. And over here, I can select it and click here on white. Save it. Update. Refresh. Latest films in white. Wedding Charles and Jill. I'm going to add a new portfolio item. And here it is. I click on it. It starts. I go back to film. And that's how it works. What we can do, I go to the backend and I go to Avada Them Options. I scroll down, I go to portfolio, single post. I'm there already. And we can have previous next or 100% white page. I like it also. And comments. But what I like is the related projects. I save it. I go to the website. And if I click over here, I see related projects. Same goes for photography. I click here. I see some pictures. And below, I see related projects. I think that's really nice. I click here, I scroll up again. I go to film. And that's that. Let's make the next page. The about page. I scroll down. I make a new container. Let me see. 2 halves. No background this time, just normal title. Let's call this about me. save it, and then another element, text block, and then I can say something about me. And what I can do over here, I can go click on the element and I want to have an image frame like this, and let me see what we can do with it. I upload an image, select it, and it's called Ferdy. Full size, insert it into the post or in the page. Frame style type, I can drop a shadow, select the color of the shadow, I leave it flat. Hover type, zoom in a little bit. We can have a border radius. So for instance, borders 4, color is this one, and the border radius is 20. Align, center. Image lightbox, no. Image alt text, we can have URL, I don't want that. And we can go to animation, and I want it to fade in from right to left. And it needs to take a second. And the offset is, when does it take place? And I want it to take place when I'm in the middle of the viewport. So a lot of things I did at once. Let's take a look. I'm not in the middle yet, and as soon as I'm in the middle, you see it has a border, it hovers, it zooms in when I hover, and it slides in from the right to the left. About me, some text. We can actually change this. Remove this and add the text. Copy this. Paste it. Call this about me. My passion. And what we can do, maybe I want the picture to be smaller. So then I can click here and make it 1/4 and this 3/4. And save it, update it, refresh. And then it looks like this. But I like it, a big picture, so I change it back. And maybe I want the picture to be at the right or at the left. And I can drag it like this. Change the size to 1/2. This one also to 1/2. And I can also animate this animation. Maybe rubber band, don't know what that is. Make it slow, 1 second. Offset. In the middle also. Update, let's see what happens. And one more thing. I scroll down again to the About Us page. I click on the container. Name of menu anchor is About. Save it, update it, and refresh it. And now if I go to About, you see it's going like this. I really don't like that animation. I like to keep things clean. So, you know what? No animation for this. The cleaner, the better, in my opinion. So a photo, an about me text, and something else. And you can adjust it. And now we can go to photography, to film, to about. What's next? The portfolio. We already have a few portfolio items, and I'm going to make this really simple. I'm going to edit the page, scroll down, make a new container, 1 by 1. I give this a name. It's called portfolio. Save it. And the element, of course, is a portfolio viewer. So I click on portfolio and I make it a carousel, auto wide, columns. Let me see, maybe 3. All categories, no exclusion. And if I roll over, I see the title. Autoplay, yes. Carousel shows navigation, yes. Mouse scroll, no. Show this everywhere. Animation, I like it to have a little fade. Save it. And I copy this, I clone this, I hold it, press spacebar. Again, paste it over here. And I call this latest projects. The text can be white, then I should use a dark background, and I can use also a color, design, background color, paste it, save it, update, and refresh. So now I click on portfolio, and I see latest projects, and I really don't like this, the way it's shown. So let me take a look at the page. It is 100% white. Then why is this background not a full white background? Here it is, and here it is not. I will go to Photoshop, create a new picture that is 10 by 10. Create it, and then I will paste the color code. I save this as a PNG, and I call this one background blue. Save it, edit the page, go to portfolio, container settings, background, no color anymore, background image, upload files, desktop, background blue. Open it, full size, insert it into the post, and background repeat. Yes, both ways. Save it. Let's see how it looks now. Refresh. Now it's working better. There's a lot of space over here, not much space over there. If I click on portfolio, I go over here. I don't want to see too much other things. So how can we change that? Increase the padding of the container. Design or the margin. Let's see if I can change it. 120 by 1. You know what? 170 by 100 by 70. Save it. Update. And refresh. That's a lot of space, but I like it. You know what? I will make it not a carousel, but something else. Edit page. All the elements you have, you can adjust and configure it. So this is not the only option you have. I will show you. Edit this. No more carousel. I will make it a grid. And picture size is automatic. Columns free. Post per page 6. You know what? Unlimited. Show filters. No. Categories. And load more button. Maybe after 6. Columns 3. Post 6. And after that, load more button. Update. Refresh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Load more. Do we have more? Yes, one more. I really like this. And since we have more space over here, I don't need so much space over here. So I can decrease it again. So here at the container, I go to design, change this to 120 and change this to 20. Save it, update, click on portfolio. You know what? I don't need any padding over here anymore. So I change it one more time. Up maybe 10 and down nothing. I click on portfolio, latest projects, and load more. I like it. I'm going to skip blog for now, blog, and I go to contact. I edit the page. I add a new container, and it's the contact one, but I wait for a second because if I go to demos, Avada, I think this one has a nice contact form. So I scroll down, or I go to contact, and it looks like this. I like that. Your name, your email, your message. In order to have that, we need to have contact form. So I go to plugins in a new tab and see if I have it. No. Then I go to Avada, plugins, scroll down and install contact form 7. That's okay. Now I go to a different page to import and I click on library, demos. I go for technology and I say load this page. Yes. And then over here below, I close this too. We have here our container. I save the container. I call this contact container. Save container. Save this page. Edit this page. Scroll down. And then click on plus container. Library, containers, contact container. There it is. I go to text. Contact me. You know what? If I select this, I can change this, remove it. Contact me. Save it. I'll make the background blue again. You know how I can do that. Background. Clear. Upload image. This one again. Repeat horizontally and vertically. Contact me. Here's some text. I drag it over here. No more separator here. And then I remove this one. And let me see how this will look. Update it. View the page. Go to portfolio. And then contact me. Okay. That's looking interesting. Let me see how I can fix this background. I go to the backend. Slant. And here's the background color. I change it. Save it. Update it. Refresh. And now it's looking like this. Contact me. A text. A form. And a send button. I can change the send button. I go to edit page. Avada Them Options. Scroll down. Go to Fusion Builder Elements and search for buttons. Here, button element. Let me see, here's the color. should be blue. Also this one. And if I hover over it, it can be a little bit brighter. Something more like this. Copy it. Paste it over here. And save it. And all kinds of other things, you can change the colors here. So everything is green, you can make it blue or to the color of your website. And if I refresh this now, it's working like this. Looks fine in my opinion. Now we have one area over here and it will be called blog. So I go to the backend, edit the page. I scroll down. I click on container one by one. I drag it up over here like this. I click on element and I search for post, recent posts, and I go for a standard version. Hover type none, columns 3, post per page 6, categories all of them. Show a thumbnail, yes. Show a title, yes. Show metadata, yes. Show excerpt, yes. And let it fade. Save it. And we forgot 2 things. I forgot it. Container, contact. Click on it. Scroll down and call this contact. And container, recent post, we can call it blog. Save. I save it, I update it, and if I take a look now, and I go to blog, I scroll down and it says, please add blog post for them to display here. So I click on new post, and we are going to create our first blog post. Title is, we are engaged. I use the Fusion Builder and I make a container. Let's make it 2/3 and 1/3. I click over here and I make a simple text block. And here I'm going to type, we are engaged. I'm going to add a dummy text and make a new alinea. And I'm going to save it. I click on element over here. And I want to show a YouTube video, so I click over here, I go to YouTube, my proposal to my wife, I paste the link, dimension should be maximum of 600 I think, autoplay video, yes, and I save it. I publish it. Let me see what happens. I view the post. We are engaged. And the video starts. I decided I want to remove this and make this a 1x1. And it's uncategorized, but I'm going to add a new category, which is called my life. I edit, no uncategorized, only my life. What I want to do, I want to add a picture over here, a featured image, upload files, select, and I search for blog, we are engaged, and this is it. I open it, I set it as featured image, and if I want to, I click on the text over here. I can click over here, click on add media and edit, insert into the post. And I can click on it and then click on edit, make it smaller and align it to the right. And then you see it's in the text. I like this way of presenting things. Update, refresh, and it looks like this. And again, I can Let me see. The wide is around 820. So I make this one 800. I'm not sure, but I think if you do autoplay, the play will not be counted as a real view on YouTube. So if that is your goal, then I would not put autoplay on. It's up to you. And let me see if I do nothing with it. So I leave it empty. Then it will probably automatically align and have the right size. It's okay by me. I'll turn off autoplay. And if we take a look at our website now and go to blog, we have one blog post with the text "We are engaged," January 22nd, 2017, 0 comments. And here's the beginning of our text. And we can click here and then go to the blog post. You see, this is a little bit weird over here, so I can edit the post. And again, I will make use of a slider, Fusion slider. We are engaged. Copy it. Full screen slider, parallax scrolling effect, no arrows, add slider. Then go to add slides, new slide, same title. It's an image, center, remove the buttons. I scroll up and the text is "We are engaged." And the heading can be 50 or default is 60, maybe that's even better. Featured image, of course, the same one, this one. And here it is, "We are engaged." Publish, edit the post, update it. Scroll down. Go to page title, breadcrumb none, page title bar text hide. Go to sliders, Fusion slider, "We are engaged." One important thing, of course, at the header, I scroll down and the menu blog portfolio. If I click on it, it looks like this. "We are engaged." I scroll down. Menu comes visible. If I click on blog, I go to blog again, like this. And that's a really nice way to navigate through the website. And if we want to see all our blog posts here at the site, we need to use widgets. How can we do that? I click on edit posts. I go to appearance, widgets. And here's the blog sidebar. Everything that's displayed over here is displayed over here at the blog posts. So I delete it all except for a few things, or I can add them later so I can show you how it works. And widgets are additions to your website, especially when you have a sidebar. I use it at my blog posts. And I want to have a Facebook like box, so I drag it over here. Or like us on Facebook. I go to Facebook, to WP King. Remove this and then copy this link. Paste it over here. Show friends' faces. Save it. And now if you are on the page "We are engaged," it says like us on Facebook. And then what else? I can collapse this. It will still be seen. You can add Twitter, calendar, custom menu, pages, recent posts. I want to add recent posts. And I can click on it and then select where I want to show this. Now I want to show this on the blog sidebar. So I say add widget. I drag it above the like box. And the title is latest posts How many do you want to display? I want to display 5. I save it, I refresh it, and now it says latest post. We are engaged. I edit this post because I like it the way it is now. I can make this a template. Blog post template. Save the template, close this, update it. And I want to create a new blog post now. Post, Fusion Builder, library, templates over here, blog post template. I load it. I replace all the page content. And this one is called Montana Lysiantes. I scroll down. It's about films. I add this category. Featured image. Again, the nice people. Those people. I can keep this text, remove this image, and again, there's a video. This time it's a Vimeo, so I click on element. And even in blog posts, you can use all these elements and columns. It's really nice. So I'm searching again for Montana. Here it is. I paste it, remove this, no autoplay, save it, publish, go to the backend, go to sliders, we already have Montana over here, so I can scroll down over here at the post, I go to sliders and click on Montana. Update. Go to the home page. To blog. And now we should see 2 already. Really nice. If I click here, you see this video over here. You see some text over here and a video over here. And right now you see latest post, Montana Lysiantes, and we are engaged. I'm going to create one more and call this post. It is about our honeymoon. Use the Fusion Builder, library, blog post template, replace, my life, some text. And this time I want to add some pictures, add media, upload files, select files, go to Avada, blog, honeymoon, select everything, open it. You can rename them and I insert them into the post. And there they are. Our honeymoon was in South Africa. We're photographers, so we made some pictures and we had a photo shoot from Pear Tree on the mountain and somewhere else. It was really nice. This is Cape Town, really beautiful. Save it. Featured image. I like to choose for this one. Only now it's not 16 by 9, so I should be careful. This one is. This one is also. Publish it. Again, I need to go to the sliders. Oh, our honeymoon. Our honeymoon copy. Full screen. Parallax. No arrows. Add slider. Go to slides. Add new slide. Our honeymoon, an image. In the center, our honeymoon. Set featured image. This dark one. Our honeymoon. Publish it. I go to blog. Click on it. Edit post. Scroll down to sliders and change it to our honeymoon. Update. Here are our latest blog posts. I could make a title over here like this. And if we click on it, we can show more information to our visitors. Here you see the buttons, some pictures, and here we can navigate through the other blog posts and see that people can like us on Facebook. So that is our one-page website. If I click on the logo, I go to the home page. I can go to contact, and I want to show a few more things. I go to the backend, to contact. If you click here on contact forms, I go to mail. The mail will be going to the email address you signed up with for your website. So it will be this one. The from should be from the same as your website domain. So the best thing to change it is to info@avada2017.com. Otherwise, contact form can have some problems. So I save it, and the from is always the same as the domain. If we go to Avada Them Options, there are a few settings we did not mention. The sidebar settings, the styling, the background, and all that stuff. You can take a look at it. The heading font size, as you see, it's very small right now. So we go to blog, Montana. You see latest post. It's a little bit small, so we can change it to 18. Make it blue, save it, refresh. I think this is better, latest post. Sidebar for pages, you can change all kinds of stuff. The background, change the typography. We've been here. I can also here at blog post show some more information. Single post, for instance, make it 100% wide. Previous next pagination. Related post and comments, save it. And now what people can do, they can leave a message. And the last thing I want to do, if you take a look at apple.com, then you see some information, more information. You can click on it. There's always a call to action. So if people come to your website, for instance, this one, they should see a call to action. Of course, they can be impressed by what they see, but they need a call to action. So you can say, click here or something like that. What I want to do, I want to make a beautiful picture over here that's really attractive and then make a call to action. So let's do that. Go to the backend and go to the Fusion slider and add a slide because we have the slide already. And then we're going to call this one home. So I call this home. It is an image we want to show. And the text alignment will be in the center. I will call this Avada 2017. Normally the font size is 60, but I want this to be 120. The color should be white. No background. And let me see what will happen. I will add a background. I will add it to the home. Set a featured image. Upload files. Select file. And search for Avada 2017. This is the background. Set featured image. And let's publish it. Now go to the home page. And here you see Avada 2017 and 2 buttons. But in my opinion, this picture comes too fast. So I go to a new tab, the back end. I go to Fusion slider, sliders. And I go for home. And I think this should be 7 again. So I show my first picture 7 seconds. I update it and I refresh it. Now you see, I want to change the buttons. How can I do that? I open a new page, a new tab. I will use the Fusion builder. I call the stamp. add a container, one by one, add an element, and it's a button. The button URL, I can have two buttons. The first one is portfolio, for instance. So I say http avada2017.com/#portfolio, so people can see what I can do. And the button text is portfolio. It needs to be in the same page, so not a new page, but the same page. Alignment, text flow. I leave this empty. And now I go to design. And the button style, I want it to be custom. And I want the background to be transparent. And I want to have a white border. So here I say, make it totally transparent. Even when I hover, the color can change in my opinion. Let me see. Yes, it can change a little bit to this color and then a little bit more transparent, something like 0.4. Copy this and paste it also over here. Button accent color, white. And hover color, still white. It needs to be a flat button. The border white needs to be 2 pixels. The size of the button can be extra large in my opinion. The shape is default. I don't like an icon, so I don't select one. And the animation, it can fade in from the bottom. And it can take 1 second. Save it. And now if we go to default editor, this text we see, it's maybe a little bit complicated. Let me take a look at it. And then here starts Fusion button link. So I copy from this point on where it opens. And then I need to find the close, and it's over here. So I copy this code. I go to the slider or to the slide, to home. I scroll down. And here you see Fusion button link. It starts the same. I paste it. And I save it. Let us see what is happening now. Avada 2007 portfolio. If I click on it, I go to portfolio. So that's a good thing. Now I want to edit the slide again. I scroll down and I paste it also over here. I don't want to make it too complicated, but we need to change 2 things. The first one is the link to contact. And contact. So let's update it. Refresh. Avada 2017 portfolio. Yes. And contact. It both works. So that's a nice call to action. And what I want to show you more. If we scroll down, here we still have our widget area. I want to put some stuff in it. So in order to do that, let's go to the backend, close this, and go to Appearance, Widgets. And here we have footer widgets. The first one, footer widget 1, I want to add some text in it about my company. So I say text, block sidebar, add widget. And here I can say Ferdy Corp Media my address, and here below I need to check this so I can make alineas, my phone number, my email, my website, of course, and what else? This is enough for now. So I save this and I call this contact info. Save it and I collapse it. And then the second one, I want to show the latest posts, or the latest project. So I scroll down and here Avada recent work. Recent works, I want to show 5. Save it. The third one is recent posts. Over here I drag it like this. Recent posts 5. I save it. I refresh the page. I click on contact. I scroll down. Now we see recent works and recent posts. I only see 2, so I go to Avada Theme Options and I go to the footer. Footer columns should be 3. Footer widgets are on. Save it. Refresh. Still nothing here. I don't know why. Let me take a look. Appearance, widgets. Could it be that I dragged it into the wrong place? Yes, I did. So I drag it over here now. I don't have to save it and now it should be fine. Contact info. Recent work. And what we also can do, we can change it and say, make it 4 widgets. So I go to theme options, footer, change it to 4. Save the changes. Go to appearance, widgets, and the Facebook like box. Drag it to 2. I drag 2 to 3. And I drag 3 to 4. Paste it. Show friends. Save it. Let's take a look now. Go to contact. Contact info. Find us on Facebook. Recent work. And recent post. It's still showing 4 per column. So I will change it to 8 projects. So there will be 2 lines of projects. And our recent posts. Ferdy Corp. I want to have some social media icons over here. How can I do that? I go to Avada Theme Options. And I scroll to social media icons. And I can add them over here. Facebook. And add. Let me see. And I can say save the changes. And then I go to footer social icons, turn them on, save it, refresh it, and here you see them. And maybe I want to have them their own color, brand colors, and make them, yeah, that's okay. Refresh like this. I like it a lot. If I click on it, I go to that page in a new tab. So if we take a look at our website, it looks really nice already. What else can we do? If I hover over here, it becomes gray. Maybe it should become blue. Go to theme options, to menu, main menu, scroll down, main menu, font color, hover, change it to blue. Save it, refresh the page, and now it is blue. Even if I scroll down, it's still blue. And if I click on photography, it stays blue. If I click on film, it stays blue. If I scroll, you see here where you are in the video. So that's looking amazing. One more thing, if you want to change the dates on your blog posts or portfolio pages, it says, oh, it's today, it's 22nd of January. But if I open them all in a new tab, I say edit post, and edit post. Here you can change the date. So I could say it's from 2016, May 2016. Okay. That one is from 2017, but the third one. And I could even say that a post needs to be published in the future. So I could say February the 22nd. Okay. And it says it's now scheduled. So if I schedule this and I go and refresh this page, you see the 3rd of January, May 22nd, and the third one is gone because it's scheduled. So if you're having a good day and you're in the flow, you can write 5 blog posts and schedule them for 5 weeks. And then you don't have to do anything. WordPress will take care of it. And that's also a great thing in WordPress. If you want to do more with this website, you can do something with Google Analytics, optimize your website, add a web shop. I have a lot of tutorials where I will show you how you can do that, and I will show those videos after this video. So stay tuned. And one more thing, I want to change this here. I don't like it. I don't know what it is. So let me see if I can fix that. I'll scroll down all the way and go to sliders or to the page. And the content padding down is 0 pixels. Let me see what will happen then. Update, view the page, go to contact. And now it's looking better in my opinion. Yes, I like it is now. What else? I think this pretty much was it. I hope you got a great view of the Avada theme. There is so much more possible. I will make more tutorials about it, get to know the theme better. But right now you have a beautiful Parallax website, really nice information on it. And good luck with following the other tutorials, and I wish you a great day. Please like this video and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And then I will see you next time. Bye bye.